Unknown Zinc, how you doing? Glad to see you again. Grand rising to you too. Yes, we're grateful to be here. Beautiful day today. Beautiful day today. Yeah, so far so good. I'm anticipating a great broadcast. Never know what's going to happen or what's going to come through and slide through. I plan on going out after the broadcast, even though it's going to be another 90-degree day. Thank you, Unknown Zinc. I appreciate it. I wish the same and more for you. What is the energy for today, Spirit? I'm a bridge over troubled waters. All right? You are crossing new paths, walking every step by faith. Ruby Fear. Shouting out all the people that's joining in. Richard, how are you? Wellness by Me 333, how are you? Gabby, was Micah's recent repost about me or? Yes, Unknown Zing. We're believers over here. Chandel, Wellness by Me. Anybody that's dropping comments, please. I always go like this. I'm used to doing it on this side, but this is how we do it. $2 for one reading. $2 for one reading. All right. You can either get an oracle, tarot, or shells. That's it. Catherine, how are you? Hello to everyone that's joining in. I'm so glad to see you. LaKenya, how are you? Wellness by Me. As you're joining in, please tap, double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. Listen, take advantage of this thing here because after Sunday, when Monday comes, that will be no more. We're not doing any $2 readings anymore. Follow me if you're not following me. Share the live. Kimberly, how are you? Yeah, that's going up to $11 as far as on the broadcast. Every reading is going to be an $11 seed. All right, I'm calling it a seed because it is really what opens the door for you towards your greater ascension. Can you please tell me where our daughter is, please? Yes, if you donate, give a donation, give a seed of $2 or more. All right, and I could do that for you. Thank you for everyone that's joining in. I'm glad to see you, Mavis. And tap that screen, y'all. Tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. Icon. See, sometimes, Deborah K, how are you? The littlest things can open the greatest doors for you. So just as simple as tapping the screen can open the doors for you. Because see, intention is king. When it comes to spirituality, Lindsay, how are you? And magic and those type of things, intention is king. That's really what sets the tone, what really sets it off for you is intention. Well, somebody said, well, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I get it. But when it comes to doing spiritual things and using what you got, intention, that's really what makes a thing work. You know, in another situation where somebody might need this specifically or that, and they have the means to get it, all right, boom, it requires it. But for somebody who might be down on their face right now, they don't have much. So they got to use what they got. Sometimes all they have is their faith. Sometimes all they have is their word. You know? Sometimes all they have is their word. You know, I hope that person finds their daughter. I wasn't being money hungry when I asked for the donation. It's just a matter of respect thing. Some people do come on here and lie and whatnot. You know? But I'm here running a business, so As much as I give and give, which I do give a lot, my spirit guides always remind me not to overgive to people who won't give nothing back to you, you know? And I do what my spirit tells me. So if my spirit says to do something, I just do it. So if my spirit says, go ahead and do it, don't worry about the money, I do it. And I did that plenty of times. They do. They have the money. My sister said that they have the money. She's like, I just find it hard to believe that people don't have a dollar or two. But it's all right. Some people are really, really on their face. But again, it just depends on what you put your value in. Because if you on live right now, you can't be that broke. That's just the simple logic behind it. If you're on live, you got a phone, internet, you can't be that broke. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. And they do have the money. They want freeness, but what they don't understand is, Lucy, what's up? Sometimes when you pay for free stuff, especially when it comes to free deposits, your shit don't last long because you ain't putting nothing into it. So it's almost like you're operating like a spiritual thief. Prophetess Wise Solo, how are you? Wise Solomon. All right, I'm going to wait about 2 more minutes. We're going to do the opening prayer and we're going to start the readings. Happy Squirrel. All right. And while we're doing that little housekeeping, when it comes to love readings, right? I don't like to answer certain questions, such as, is this person still thinking about me? Was this person's post about me last night? I'm on a whole nother level, a place of dimension than that. So I don't like to subject my gift to such small things. There's no other nice way I can say that. Do not ask me no type of dumbass questions. Ask me questions about your purpose and your destiny. If that person wanted to be with you, they would. You wouldn't have to worry about what they think of you. And you'll probably already know the answer to that question. So please don't ask me them type of questions when it comes to love readings. Please don't. I don't answer them type of questions. I can answer questions like, is it a good time to date? You know, I'm dating somebody right now. Is it going to work out? Yeah, questions like those. Virgo Queen, how you doing? You know, stuff like that I'll answer. I don't like to answer dumbass questions like that. All right? Because, see, I'm a rock. I'm a rock. I come here to be a rock for people. Rock of strength. And teach them how to be their own rock until they can stand on their own. You know what I'm saying? Number 17 may resonate with somebody, or number 8. It says, God is a mighty rock, stable and strong. And I come to teach people that they are God and Goddess. Right? Not the supreme, right? But all of us are portions of God. Yep, I'm going to start doing classes, Virgo Queen. Check out my flyer on my page. I just pinned it. But that's going to be under mentorship, under the mentorship section. And those are going to be $77 plus. Because it's meant to be an ongoing thing. So during that mentorship phone call between me and you, or me and the client, I answer any question that you have. I give you some personalized rituals to do, rituals that are specific towards you. And what else? If needed, we'll do some divination right on that call as well. So the mentorship, that is for serious seekers only, because I'm teaching you how to be God, how to be a god, how to be a goddess. So for those who just like readings, that's fine too. But at some point, you need to come up to another level and start stepping into your divinity on a whole new aspect. You understand? So that's what the mentorship is for. So I'll just name all the services right now. We have the $11 seed reading. Like I said, once Monday starts, when I come on live, I'm either going to be doing teaching, maybe prayers, and some affirmations. In fact, today's Saturday, so I think I should do some prayers with y'all, some declarations and over y'all. Starting Monday, every time I come live, we are no longer doing $2 for one question. It's going up to $11 per question. All right. And the purpose of that is, number one, my spirit told me to upgrade myself. It's time. You're on another level, so you need to upgrade. Also, it would weed out those that are freeloaders spiritually. And again, there's no other nice way to say that. It would bring those, whoever would be present will be those that I know that are attached to this ministry that I have and that are ready to invest, that are actually investors in their spiritual calling. And it's all right, because I know some of those people are very beloved to me. I've learned to love some of them, but some of them are going to fall off. And it's all right. That's how it goes. You can't take everybody with you. So that's $11 seed. It starts there. It's one question. One question, a quick shot. Bam, one card. And you get that message through your DMs. The next reading is the gateway reading. Those are $25. You get 3 to 5 questions on one focused topic, right? So just one topic: love, money/career, ancestors' message, which ancestors are walking with you, or messages they have, deity readings, which should probably, well, yeah, let me continue. So yeah, so pretty much any topic for that gateway reading, those are 25. Once it hits the $50 mark, those are the altar readings. So those are more intense, more in depth. You get a full spread, you get the whole shebang bang, and you get some ritual tips along with that. All right. And that's over video. So the 25 and the 11, I send you that in your DM. The one for 50, you get a YouTube video. Then, like I said, $77 for the mentorship program or the mentorship call, 77 plus. And that's where we really dig into who you are as a person. We dig into your spiritual DNA. Anything can happen during that call. You get to answer I'll ask any questions you have. And like I said, if necessary, we do divination right on the phone call with you, and start creating some personalized ritual options for you. So as of now, that is the services that we have. But yes, like I said, look at my page, and you can see the flyer pin there, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. So yes, I will be teaching classes. I will be mentoring people and teaching them what I know, teaching them how to do divination, all of that. Some of the stuff slips out my mouth while I be here on live anyway. So, but see, all those donations amounts that I gave you, those are seeds. All right. So I'm bringing that type of terminology over from the church. A seed, sow a seed, sow a seed. Well, your seed you know where it's going. You feel what I'm saying? The motherfucker ain't going to my car. You feel me? Even if I want to buy a car with it, what I'm saying is, you know exactly what it is you're sowing into. Not no bullshit is what I'm saying. So all those donation amounts are seeds that will grow into your future. So the $11 seed, the one that opens the door, every seed is like an initiation, pretty much. All right, so let's start. And if you haven't followed me, follow me right now. Tap that screen. And this is how we're doing it today, just for the weekend. So today and tomorrow is going to be $2 for one question. You can give more than 2 if you want to the Cash App. All right, let's pray. I speak and I command, I decree and declare. We open up the heavens right now. We open up the heavens. We open up the heavens. We open up the heavens over your head. We open up all form of good blessings. We chase away any negative energy. We shoot it down. We cancel it. We bind it. We seal this broadcast right now in this moment. We seal this broadcast. We seal it, seal it, seal it, seal it. Let only good and light dwell here. Positivity, good energy, good ancestors, good elementals. Only the most positive. Let every troll fall down to their knees and not be able to speak or scroll. Just scroll away. Let those that are truly called to need to hear what I have to say, let them find this broadcast. And we thank you for those that are coming to sow the vision, sow into the vision. Let it be blessed. We speak over today. Today is blessed. Today is blessed. Today is blessed. Today is blessed. All right, so let's do it. All right, righteous power is here. 44. That may be a prophetic number for you, or the number 8, or the number 4. I happen to be a life path 4. I am righteous. You see, so thunder is getting ready to strike down. Lightning is getting ready to strike down in your life. Lightning deals with justice, the voice of the Most High, quick and fast moving energy. It says, I am righteous. Your choices are righteous according to your divine path. Matthew 6:33. And if you don't know, yes, I do incorporate the Bible in my spirituality. Just because I'm no longer a Christian or no longer attend church does not mean I throw out the Bible. I still love the Bible. I still use the Bible. If you know, you know. And I still respect the teachings of Christ. Hello, somebody. I'm just not under the delusion or had drunken the Kool-Aid. I vomited the shit out. Do you understand? So now, Happy Squirrel. Everyone that's joining in, please drop your questions and your donation. I would love to read for you. I would love to see what's being said for you right now. You can get some tarot, not tarot, oracle, tarot, or you can get some shells. All right. These are yes and no's. That allows my water spirits to speak to you. Because I do work with water spirits. And no, they're not demons. Please don't let anybody tell you that fuckery. Because you bathe and drink and cook with water. So I'm just saying. There's good and bad in every type of dimension. All right. So until I see people giving donations, I'm going to just do some reads for the collective. I do not believe in twisting anybody's arms. No, sir. I do not. All right. I am purification. Allow your heart and mind to be cleansed. All right. You see that beautiful imagery there? Charmaine, how are you? 12 may resonate with you. Governmental authority and power. 12 zodiacs, 12 hours, 12 tribes. You see? Order number 3. 1 plus 3. Thank you for that follow. Thank you for that follow. Homemade cornbread. I need some of that right now. I am purification. Allow your heart and mind to be cleansed. All right? So you're being purified. Somebody's being purified of negative energy, negative frequency that have been following them for a long time. I'm hearing since childhood, from the ages of 8 to 12. There's something that very horrific that happened to you. But as I speak to you, and as you're hearing my voice, purification is coming into your soul. Purification is coming into your spirit. Do not resist the tears. Do not resist the rage. I'm commanding it to come out of you right now. I'm commanding it to come out of your body. I'm commanding healing energy to go from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet, all over your body, from the areas of the shoulders, the chest area, in the stomach area. I command all of your chakras to receive this healing energy, to receive healing light, to receive love, to receive frequency. Let there be a fresh wind around you. Let there be a fresh presence around you. Let the angels and spirit guides that have come with you in this life to serve your purpose, let them speak their names. Let them speak and show their identities. Let them move you. Let them begin to show you in dreams your purpose and destiny. Let them begin to reveal your gifts. Let them begin to protect you. I speak purification. A spirit of purity shall come upon you now. A spirit of chastity shall come upon you now. A spirit of light shall come upon you now. You're going to begin to feel light as a feather. Light as a feather, light as a feather, light as a feather. It is done. Mrs. Ultrasoft, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Look like we're doing declarations today. Prophetic declarations today. I'm down. I'm down. And still donate, y'all. Even if you're not getting a reading, still donate. Still sow a seed. $2 or more. Still sow a seed. I'm telling you, you'll be shocked at what God will do. And put a demand on it. In other words, whatever you give, name it. Say, this is my new love seed, for example. So if you're trying to attract new love, as you're donating, you're going to speak over seed and say, as I donate this, this is my new love seed. New love is coming into my life. Kimmy, how are you? Virtue Tenord, all right? I wouldn't recommend nothing to you that I know don't work. So as you're giving a donation, giving the seed, name it. Name it. Command it to be so. Serena, Sally, some of you is a, Miss Chris, some of you is a seed that you need to sow to break up the back of something. All right? So people want free stuff, but that's not how that works. All right, Happy Squirrel, as you've sent that rose, name that rose something. Name that rose. Give it a command. You can sow and say, this is my new car seed. If you have a specific car you want, name the car. And as you're giving it to me, the ministry, the broadcast, you'd be surprised what happens. Okay? But if you're giving a donation, again, for a reading, specify that you want a reading. Some people, I've had people come on and give just to give. They didn't even want a reading, right? It's just the door is open. So if you want a reading, $2 for one. I'm new here into this. Great to have you, Happy Squirrel. Have you ever had a divination reading or prophecy given to you before? This is making my throat hurt. Let me put that over there. Pardon me for that. Eighth house, awaken. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you, mother. This is a great friend of mine. Eighth house awakening. Please go ahead and follow her right now. She gives phenomenal broadcasts. The energy is amazing and healing. So make sure you go ahead and follow Eighth House Awakening right now. That's my command to you. Go ahead and follow her right now. Show her some love. You know, hit her up for some readings. Thank you, Mama. I'm telling you, my spirit guide's been on my tail. Said, listen, boy, no more hiding. Get out there. Be your unique self. Bring the whole bag of weapons. So I'm bringing it all. Angel Eyes, ATL, how are you? All right. So as I said to y'all, it looked like we're doing some bit of prophetic declarations. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I'm going to do a little prayers, some commands, spiritual warfare for you. All right. Watch here. Look, confirming it. I am mighty in battle. You see that ram on up there? Aries energy, leadership energy. Even with that fist coming towards, the open hand, you could look at that as people bringing some nonsense to you, or some energy is bringing some nonsense to you. I hear even while you sleep, weird dreams and spiritual attacks, attacks that you're being robbed or attacks that you're running. Take their spiritual fist in war. I am mighty in battle. The heavenly hosts. Thank you so much, Mother. I appreciate that. The heavenly hosts are fighting on your behalf. I think that's a Capricorn sign on the bottom. Yeah, Capricorn. So you've got earth and water energy. The heavenly hosts are fighting on your behalf. So I speak and I command and I declare over your life that your angels are going to start visiting you at night. Your angels are going to start waking you up at night. For those of you that are listening to me and you do divination, you do some form of divination, your angels are going to start waking you up at prophetic hours. I'm hearing that some of you used to wake up around that 3 o'clock time. Lopez Aaron, will Zoe come back? Give a donation, I'll tell you. Some of you are going to start waking up around that time. 3 o'clock, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55. Well, our 6 doesn't go to 666. But you're going to start waking up around what they call the witching hour, or you can say the fourth watch. That's from 3 to 6. You're going to start waking up at prophetic times. You're going to feel a tap on the shoulder. You're going to feel your leg being pulled. You're going to hear a knock in your house, waking you up. It can be scary if you do not know or understand what is going on. Duke's 1970 said, I do every day at 4 a.m. So that's your prophetic. That's your hour of prophetic power. I don't even know how that rhymed because I didn't intend to say that, but that's the spirit. That is your hour of prophetic power. Somebody type in the comment box right now. My hour of prophetic power. Now is my hour of prophetic power. So as I speak, I'm commanding your angels to find you. Everyone that's listening under the sound of my voice, as I'm speaking, I'm commanding your angels to find you. I'm commanding your destiny helpers. What is a destiny helper? A destiny helper is a spirit or a person, or a spirit and or a person, because they could be working together. A destiny helper is a being, let's just say that, a being who comes into your life that is sent by, ancestors, spirit guides, even sometimes your own higher self, based on a need that you have, based on something you said, based on a divination you have done. This is why you have to be careful with divination. And I'm not saying that in fear, but I'm going to explain. And based on what's been happening to me, you have to be mindful of using divination, because divination tools are is the voice of the spiritual world. Let me say that one more time. Divination, whichever form of divination you do, is the tool, is the voice of the spirit world. So what happens when you do divination, or every time you do divination? You open up the spiritual world, and there are an innumerable amount of spirits, you can't even count them, that desire to speak. And something the spirit brought to me last night was, you have a lot of spirits that desire to have influence and experience. Influence and an experience. How you doing, Taiwanda? They want influence and an experience in the 3D dimension. Charmaine Clark was good. They only can do that through a human vessel or a physical item, like I said, which is still going to have some form of human element. Why? Because the human is God. The human is goddess. The human is divinity. You understand? So when you do divination, cards, tarot, pendulum, whatever, scrying, spirits are going to come and they want to talk. Now, if you don't establish boundaries with that, you're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. I'm speaking from personal experience. I had to tell some spirits to leave me alone. I had to close the doors down because I was being overwhelmed, because different deities wanted to come through, deities that you don't even know about. I had different deities and energies that were a combination of different deities in one that wanted to come and work through me. I had different ancestors that want to come through. I had just different forces that want to come through and want to work through you and want access to the 3D dimension, want you to do things for them, want you to set up altars for them, all this different type of things. So something you got to come and take and do the same divination to find out, okay, higher self, is this an energy I need to be working with right now? So when you do divination, you open up a spiritual world, and spirits want to talk, and they will overwhelm you. Some are good, some are neutral, some are malevolent. And even the good ones sometimes can overstep boundaries because they're so excited to speak. Because ain't nobody been hearing them for hundreds of years or whatever the case is. So they want to use you. It's just what it is. Just like when we was in the church, we welcomed possession of the Holy Spirit. Right? We welcomed possession of the Holy Spirit. And for some of us that were really open, we got possessed by the Holy Ghost. We caught the Holy Spirit. Now we know it's Holy Spirits, as in plural. And that possession allowed us to, for most of us, release pent-up emotion and touch my tongue, Lord. Release pent-up emotion. So we cried, we hollered, we ran. We started dancing in ecstatic frenzy, the shout. Some of us, we rolled. Some of us, we prophesied. Some of us, we spoke in tongues. Some of us, we laid hands and healed. Some of us, we took someone's hand and we turned them around in a circle, delivering them and unwinding them for some stuff. Can I preach? Some of us, we casted out devils under that holy possession. So in the church, we welcomed it, And I would like to say, for all intents and purposes, that was a form of holy possession because, I can't think of one person that was harmed by what we would call the Holy Spirit in the church. I can't say that. But now that we're in spirituality, the same principles apply. You got to be super careful because there's no walls. There's no structure, to say, okay, this is a particular type of energy we're working with that has a, holy frequency. Because don't get it twisted. There's demons in church too. Hello, somebody. The devil has a front seat. The devil sits on the pulpit. Now, so when you're doing the divination and you're doing the oracles, some of you don't do divination, but you're a channeler. You will just sit and you'll hear things. You're a prophet. You'll just sit and you'll see clear visions or your dreams come to pass. You're a seer or you have the seer's flavor. Because you may not outright be a seer or a prophet, but you're prophetic, as what's called. You understand? So when you do divination, it's very powerful, but it can be very dangerous if you don't have a system set up. And you don't need this big ass system or this, crazy thing. It could just be as simple as higher self. Before I do this oracles, before I open up these shells, keep me guarded, guided, protected. I'm hearing that. Somebody needs to write that down. Guarded, guided, protected. Guarded. You can say it as a mantra. Guarded, guided, protected. As I do this divination, let no spirit come through my oracles or speak to me that is not sanctioned by my higher self. Higher self, take control. Higher self, I honor you. Higher self, I worship you. Yes, say it. Because your higher self is the portion of God that's in you. That's that who you are. My higher self is using this flesh right now. This is a flesh bag. I love it, but it's going to die one day. But that higher self can never die. And it's the same self that keeps reincarnating until it's finished its assignment in this particular earth. So you say, higher self, I honor you. Higher self, I bow to you. Higher self, I submit to you. Higher self, you are my everything. Higher self, you are my eyes. Higher self, you are my hearing. Higher self, you are my direction. Lead me and guide me. Light my way. Don't let no spirit approach me that is not supposed to be speaking with me, that is not supposed to be on my path. And even if it is, screen it and don't let it pass through until you say so. And you wait. Or if you know how to do divination, you check and you test. Higher self, is so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so valid? Do you agree with our communication? And you cast. It'll say yes, it'll say no. Or you can do tarot. If you know how to interpret it, it'll say yes, it'll say no, it'll say maybe. It'll say, watch that. Or you ask, what kind of spirit is this? Kiddo, what's going on? Like I told you, I've been getting visited by composite spirits, meaning it's like it's a Papa Legba, Eshu, and Sobek in one. You understand? Some of these spirits are ancient spirits, but they just give you what's closest so that you can relate to who they are. But they themselves. Let's say, how you doing? And some of them are is an entity that's been created either by a particular trauma or in response to something that's been going on. So it creates itself. And because you are the one that's perceptive, who else is going to come to? It got to come to you to say, this is who I am. This is what I represent. This is what I want to do. I like you. I rock with you. And you got to find out if it's yes or no. You understand? So my recommendation to you, higher self is God. Higher self is key. Right? In West African belief, or most indigenous beliefs, let me just say that, you cannot get to the most high or the supreme direct because it's too vast, it's too unknowable. This is why you've been given your higher self, because that is your lifeline to that source. So when you deal with higher self, you're dealing with the most high. Okay? And then you deal with your ancestors. And even within the ancestral circle you have, you shouldn't work with every ancestral spirit. Right now, I'm experiencing a little turbulence with my ancestors. The reason why is because they're used to what they're used to, and they want done how they used to do it. They want their appeasements, they want their animal sacrifices and all that type of stuff. But the issue is, and I had to get the revelation, the issue is when I reincarnated in this life, I specifically chose to reincarnate in America. The reason why is because in my past life where I'm from, whether that was Africa or Jamaica, not too sure, they fought me so hard. I had a lot of spiritual enemies, and they fought me very hard concerning my spiritual assignment. I probably lost my life as a result because of the spiritual warfare, because I did die early. in the past life. And the reason why I know is because when I came back in this life, I was very infatuated with death. I wasn't tormented by it, but it was something I thought about a lot. And I just kept feeling like I was going to die early. But I had to speak against that and break that cycle, break that oath I made. And I said, this life I've came to live a long life. Come off my path. But that's what happened to me. And I said, I don't want to be reborn back here again. I want to go somewhere where it's easier for me to follow my path. That's why I was born in America. But then these spirits from Africa and other places I've lived before are calling me real hard, and they're very dominant, and they want things done their way. But my soul and my higher self is resistant to tradition. Those spirits are very traditional. I can't stand tradition. What happened? Where's the dissonance? Again, because of the shit that I've been through, I said, I ain't dealing with that shit again. So in this life, I have more of that go against the grain, go against and buck up against authority type of spirit. Because in this life, I want to do things different. So sometimes you got to tell even the ancestors, listen, hold up. Let us reason. You ain't about to just come up in here and take control and dominate my whole spirituality. We got to reason here. And if you don't want to reason with me, respectfully, by the power of my higher self, I'll talk to you later. You don't think you have the authority to do that, but you do. Because who are they coming to for food and sustenance? Is it not you? So they need you. Yes, they need you to feed them so they can help you. That's a part of it, but they need you as much as you need them. And every ancestor ain't like that. I'm just saying you may deal with a group of ancestors that are like that want to run things. Mo Page, how you doing? Follow me if you ain't following me. Tap the screen. They want to run things. You got to tell them, wait a minute, let's reason. Let's reason. See, all this stuff I can find out in my divination sessions, or if you do divination yourself and you know how to ask the right questions. So that's what the $50 reading would be about. The altar reading. I'm bringing your ass to the altar. We need to find out what's going on. We need to run some diagnostics on you to see, are you being pulled here and there? And can we come to an agreement, or what is your soul here for? I hear what they're saying, but what is your soul here for? That's what matters. So you got to give them boundaries too. So higher self, ancestors, then you can deal with spirit guides. Part of the spirit guides will be past lovers from past lives that like you or still want to rock with you, friends from past lives, even friends in this particular life that have died but like you and decided to stay and be a guardian to you. That includes some of your ancestors too, that for the same way that really liked you and have decided to stay behind to be a guardian. Part of your spirit guides includes angels / deities. They're really one and the same. It's just different words, but that's what they are. An angel is a deity. Angels / deities, some that have worked with your ancestors, or some that you said you were going to work with when you come into this life, and some that see you at a particular level of vibration and want to work with you. So you have a lot of spirits that you can work with and you should work with. Some of us have a whole goddamn planet of spirits that we work with according to what we've done in the past life, who we are spiritually, and what we've come to do. You just need that much spirits. Some of you have a few. You understand? Some of you have so much that when you step in the room, the whole atmosphere changes. Everything stops. You know what happens to me? And I know somebody's on this line that the same thing happened to. When I come into a store, if the store is empty, I'm the only person in there. By the time I turn around, there's a crowd. Has anybody ever experienced that? Because I know I'm not the only one. Because me and my sister talk about it. Anytime if I go to a store and buy something, there's nobody in there. By the time I turn around, it's loaded with people. Eighth house, she said, yeah, me. You see what I'm saying? So you carry the spirit or the energy of prosperity. Wherever you have the energy of fertility, abundance, money. You probably have worked with water spirits, either water spirits or earth spirits that deal with fertility, or both. You'll notice that. Same thing happens when you're in a relationship. with a not so healthy person. They typically get prospered as a result of you, and you go down. Or if you support someone's business or anything they got going on, you support it, you sow into it, it grows, it multiplies. That's how that works. Duke said, I've often have told I have a good energy, and that's good. Continue to maintain it. And work with your element of reincarnation, as we say. Because when you reincarnated through an element. And it is not necessarily the same thing as your Western astrological sign. It's different. Okay? So in my case, I'm double water. So I'm a Scorpio and I reincarnated from water. So I can do some diagnosis. I can check your element of reincarnation right now and tell you which element you should be working with. But someone asked a question. Let me see. Hi, all. How do I immediately raise my vibration after a breakup? A spiritual bath, first of all. If you're still on, you take yourself a spiritual bath right away, immediately. Spiritual bath. You can connect with your ancestors, ask them to cleanse you, because some of the ancestors might have been through the same thing you've been through. So they'll be perfect. There's a number of things, but I would definitely say go get a spiritual bath, cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself, do some prayers and declarations. Call that person's name, sever all ties to them and stuff like that. Separate yourself from their spirits, because if you have sex, you're having sex, you're swapping spirits. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but again, if it's with the wrong person, yes, it's harmful. Separate yourself from their spirits. Remain celibate for a little bit, or let me say it's abstinent, because celibate is like that's a vow. Remain absent for a while. Wash your yoni, if you're a female. What else? Yeah. I would say take it from there. Pray against any curses you have inherited as a result of being with this person. And just pray for yourself to be restored. And that's just basic, because it just depends. You might need some deep cleansing, but that's right off the bat. All right, boom. So I'll do what I'll do. I'll find out your elements right now. So Duke's 1970 says, I wear a crystal hoping to keep the good vibes. I'm a Cancer. Oh, yeah. So you are very intuitive, very watery, very sensitive. Our signs are complementary in terms of relationship. But I think, let's say we were in a relationship. I think the area where we might butt heads is I'm of the fiery, watery kind, and you're of the watery, watery kind. So we might butt heads. So I might butt heads with you being over emotional, or I may feel like, damn, she always emotional about some shit. Like, what's going on? I am too, don't get me wrong, but it's more of a smoldering motion. So we might butt heads on that, or it might work out very well. You might teach me how to get in tune with my emotions, and I may teach you how to be more grounded, which is most likely you can't always pop off on people just because you feel like, I feel. But Cancers, they're very powerful, very intuitive. That's one thing I know about them. Very intuitive people. They're ruled by the moon. Great discernment, yeah. They're ruled by the moon. They're moon children. Like, for real, for real. Okay, boom, let's see. Duke's 1970. She's a Cancer. What is the element that she reincarnated under? Show me through the shells. What is the strongest element? What does she reincarnate under? Raquel. Earth. Air. Okay, you got a lot of air energy, very strong. Fire. What's her fire? Water. Not saying you're not water, but there's some blockages there. What is her primary element, though? What is her primary element? Show me. Earth? Oh, no, it's not earth. Air? Okay, you got balance there. Fire? Come here, Shell. Fire? Mm-hmm. Water. Water. You keep getting a blockage with your water. You have a balanced energy with your air and fire. The earth is not strong. So I'm seeing blockages with your earth and your water. So those are two areas you're going to have to work on grounding, doing some rituals with, some magic, simple magic with that, and build up those centers in you. With the earth, simple. You can walk barefoot for 30 minutes, or sit with your back at the base of a tree, or you can give libations to the earth on the ground or at the base of a tree, and call for strengthening in the earth element. And your water. Have you been doing any water rituals, Dukes? Any water rituals? Do you pray with water? Miss Ashley, 1111, how you doing, sweetheart? I'm teaching the gods today. I'm teaching the gods and goddesses today. I'm here to let them know, remind them who they are. Yes, Ashley. They didn't know of that. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so that explains. Let's set as a Leo. So, no problem, Miss Ashley. You good. We were talking about the power of divination and what happens when you do divination. Cards, shells, pendulum, how you open up the spiritual world. We're not saying it's a bad thing. It's just that once you pick up the phone, because that's what divination is. It's the phone to the spiritual world. Once you pick up the phone, somebody gonna answer. And they might keep calling. You understand? So they're saying, we're just saying set boundaries around yourself spiritually when you do that. But right now we're doing your element, your most powerful element that you're supposed to be working with. So yes, Dukes. Simple. You'll take a bowl of water, preferably white or clear or blue. But use whatever, if you don't got none of that, use whatever bowl you got. But if you got a white one, use a white one. If you got a glass bowl, use a glass bowl. If you got a blue one, use a blue one. Just color therapy. And you put water in it. Every morning, you either put it near your bed, or if you have an altar space, you put the bowl of water there. And you refill it every morning with pipe water. Or if you want to use bottle, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. But tap is fine. And you sprinkle a little salt, sea salt, or whatever salt you have, and you sprinkle some honey or sugar, whatever you have access to, and spray your favorite perfume in the bowl of water. That's optional. Spray your favorite perfume in there and offer some incense. But without the incense, you take let's say this is your bowl, and you can use a water bottle. So let me just demonstrate. Whatever prayers you have, you pray into it. You can pray holding it, or you can pray directly into the mouth of the bottle or the bowl, and you pray your intentions. And so in your case, you will be praying to reconnect with your element, which is water. You'll be praying, and you can call all the other elements too, earth, air, fire. But you'll be praying to connect with your element of water. Water is the most receptive thing and the most conducive thing, especially as it pertains to frequency and spirit. This is spiritual, and this is also scientific. Look up Masaru Emoto, his water experiment. Some of y'all might have seen that. When he speaks a certain word to a plant, it either grows or dies. When he speaks a certain word to, I think it was like some rice in a cup, the negative words he spoke to the rice, it spoiled hella fast and molded. When it came to the water, if he spoke a name or a word, positive or negative, and he froze the water, the particular ice crystals formed. Oh, I'm going to type it. It formed a certain shape. So, of course, the positive words had a nice, beautiful, unique shape. But the ugly words or the negative words, it had this just distorted look. I'm going to type it right now, and I'll pin it. I think that's how you spell his name, Masaru Emoto. And so your body is made up of water too. So what the fuck you think happened to you when you keep thinking negative thoughts? Glenn Michael, how you doing about yourself? Or somebody keeps speaking negatively around you, or all your life you heard that we're poor, we don't have it. That's why you can't keep money, because you've been cursed, you've been enchanted, you've been programmed. Your water has been programmed for that frequency. You need to change the frequency the same way. You understand? But yeah, believe in speaking positively. And so this is what a spiritual bath will do. It does the same thing. It starts breaking down some of those negative energies, but not just the spiritual bath. The spiritual bath just gets your frequency right so you can start building up. So your water, you'll be speaking into your bowl of water. Good words, positivity. You'll be prophesying. You'll be speaking in present tense, not like I will, or I wish, or I hope. No, I have, I be, I do, I am. That's what you're speaking to. You'll prophesy what it's supposed to be. Or you can pray, like I said, to your water, your family in the waters. Since you're a water child, you have water spirits. There's no such thing as just marine demons. No, because there's demons and angels in every dimension. You'll be praying to your family in the waters and say, forgive me. I didn't know who you were. Colonialism and all that type of stuff took away my knowledge. But I see you now, and I wish to connect with who I am now. Show me myself in the kingdom where I come from. See what I see. Come around me. Teach me things. Show me things. Strengthen my own water child. And you're going to see what's going to happen. And you let it come through the power of your higher self. Listen, I often feel like I'm battling the financial spirit holding me back. And water children, they're known to have wealth. They're known to have wealth. So usually that's as a result of us not being in alignment with our natural element, which is water. And what is, I just said the word. What is money? Money is currency. What is currency? Currency is a current. It's a flow. So if you're in alignment with yourself, if you're in alignment with the water in you, all your blessings and money is supposed to be flowing. You don't supposed to be chasing shit. You don't supposed to be striving. That's not your element. And water has no enemy. Think about it. Has no enemy. There's nothing that can stop water. If it wants to overtake you, it's just going to overtake you. You can't stop it. Water is the oldest and the most powerful element on this planet. So do those water prayers. Start there. Light a candle too, as a matter of fact. I forgot to say that. Blue or white. Or whatever. Watch this. You see, the best altar you can create is the one that comes from your own mind. And why is that powerful? It's more powerful than me saying, get a clear bowl, get a white bowl, use white and blue. You can do that. But it's more powerful when it comes to you, which color you need. Because that is your self. That's your spiritual family or your crew telling you that's what we like. So the more you do that, is the more they're going to start coming in dreams. You're going to see yourself with maybe childhood friends that you don't grow up with, or you're with a group of people eating and celebrating and dancing. In real life, you don't know them, but in the dream, you know them. Those are what you call your spirit guides, or your heavenly mates, or your pre-incarnate soul group. So that's this group of being. That's the real soul tribe. That's the soul tribe you came from before you came into this physical body. And their purpose in your life is to keep you aligned with your heavenly destiny. The purpose of your ancestors is to keep you aligned with your earthly destiny. Did you get that? Your heavenly mates or your soul tribe purpose is to keep you aligned with your heavenly destiny. Your ancestors are to keep you aligned with your earthly destiny, dealing with the body or the physical flesh you have. In my opinion, well, they both matter. I can't really compare them because they both matter. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the spiritual world is the real home, right? So that's why you must do what you need to do physically to set your descendants on a good path before you leave. Try to clear up some of the karma and the curses and all of that and teach them or leave something behind so that they can follow and continue, not revert. That's what got us fucked up. Is we leave and we ain't left no protege behind. We've left nothing behind. We've not left ourselves in someone behind. So when you start working on those things towards the future concerning your ancestry, when and if you need to reincarnate, if you choose the same family, your life will be better. You won't be dealing with the same goddamn generational curses. That's why most of us is here. And we're going through so much hell. You know why? Because you are the generational curse breaker. That's why you're spiritual. Somebody said, I hate to interrupt, but do you have a YouTube channel? You're one. I do. Master Voyager. I appreciate that, Miss Ashley. Master Voyager. I haven't posted on there in a while because I be on here teaching. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this broadcast and I'm going to upload it. That's what I'm going to start doing. It's only because I'm on here mainly doing readings. I usually don't upload them to YouTube. But when I get taken over and I start teaching, yeah, this is going on YouTube right after this broadcast. So when you come back and if you choose, well, you're going to come back because most of us are coming back. Most of us are ancestors that came back to finish the assignment. Most of us are reincarnating into the same family. And it's annoying. It's aggravating because we came back and they ain't changed shit. Look at these new babies that's coming, especially after COVID. They coming out looking mad. They coming out sticking middle fingers, pissed off. And I understand. Pissed. Because here I am with this family and they ain't fixed nothing. So that's why you're so spiritual. You know why? Because most of us are reincarnations of our either grandparents or great grandparents. And we came back to reinstitute some of the ancient ways, but in a new modern way. So if you check it out, most of you are your great grandparents come back. Most of you, not everybody, but most of you. Or maybe a few generations back. You came back. You came back. And once you start getting into, like I said, especially using water, you don't have to be a water child. Okay, everyone, to pray with water. Everyone should pray with water. Water and earth. All the elements. But there's something about water. And I'm not just being biased by it. Because water records every fucking thing. And that's why crystals are so gangster too, because the same they're like water solidified. Especially a clear quartz. So, Duke, you will use the water, you'll pray into it, say your intentions every morning. What your forces will do, you can call your ancestors, the Most High. What they will do is when they come to reside in the bowl, they will read the words in the bowl. That's how you do that. You can put intentions in the prayer. You can get real creative, but yeah, connect with your element. And then earth, you can connect with the earth element, like I said, hugging a tree, sitting at the base of a tree, pouring water at the base of a tree or the ground, or bringing a pot into your home with just earth. And you do simple libations. Because it's a pot, you just drip it. You don't got to pour the whole thing on there. And pray. You'll be very surprised what happens. Especially when it comes to the ancestors. Yeah, they respond very fast to the earth. Call their names. And if you don't know them, say known and unknown. Watch this. Only the most powerful and the loving. And those connected to my assignment. You don't want everyone coming. You recognize all of them, but you don't call everybody. And then you got fire prayers, you got earth prayers, that's incense, that's word. Hold on, y'all. When I don't touch my screen for a while, TikTok be trying to cut you off. I'm coming, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So, incense, word of mouth, that's air element. That's also the spirit element. Incense, if you have, a sound maker. That's air too. Some of you may have a feather that you wave. Smudging, which is incense too. Any type of tree, yeah, Dukes. There are some specific trees, you'll have to do the research, that has specific properties. So you may want to look into that as well. And then what else for the air element? There might be more, but I can't think of it right now. Or you can pray, right? And then when you're done, you blow into the air. You're blowing your words into the air. Or you can think a thing. And let's say you want to be like, you know what? Today my hands are going to create so much wealth. You can say it or you can think it, visualize it, see it. Because mental, that's air element too, the mind. And then what you do, you blow into your hands. Wipe yourself. Some of y'all ever been to church and before the preacher, he lay hands on you, and sometimes he don't lay hands on you. If you're blessed, he got a breath mint in. He don't touch it, he do this. And they be like, they fall out. Now, most of them niggas is acting, but the ritual of doing that is still powerful. Or sometimes they fan you, they go, you be like, woo. You fall out. If they really got power, you feel it. You feel it. But again, nevertheless, the act is still powerful. Air element. Okay. Fire element. That's the obvious one. You burn ancestor money. You can burn petition papers that you done read. And the candles. Those are fire element. Right? Alcohol is a mixture of fire and water. So if you want to really fire some spirits up, you want to fire yourself up, spit that rum. Take a shot, spit it. You know what I'm saying? Spit it on the altar. You ain't got to wet it up, but just spray a little. Or you can pour it in a cup. You know what I'm saying? Give it to the ancestors. Heat them up. Give them some fire. Give them some energy. And you start praying. You start speaking. You start commanding. That's how you do that. So it's not in the big grandiose thing. It's the little things that you practice over time. And before you know it, you've got a huge army around you that's loyal, that love you. Why? Because they know that you're going to take care of them. So there's nothing they won't do for you. You understand? All right. Who else on here wants to know, sage burning will suffice, or is that cliche? It's both. It's both. Intention is key. When it comes to spirituality and magic, intention is king. It's king and key. Meaning your purpose and the power you bring to it. And anything you practice over time, it becomes more powerful by nature anyway. So yeah, it's both cliche and it's powerful. From what I've heard about sage is that they say you don't want to sage too much because sage neutralizes. So, buddy, the only thing you know about is watermelon and fried chicken, which I do love both of those. Thank you for your comment. I really do. In fact, I'm probably going to tear that up after this broadcast. Thanks for being here. May my chi keep its eye on you and watch over you. Now, you got Palo Santo. Like I said, you got incense sticks. You got all type of stuff that you can use to smudge anything or use to burn. Some people burn resins. I really don't like to burn the resins because of the coal that you have to use. It smokes up the place a lot. So I just go for the incense stick. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. That's what I normally do. So I'm not even tripping about it. All right. I blocked your ass. Now, anyway, you see how folks act when black folk get together, right? When melanated folk get together or when spiritual folk get together. The devil always has to come in to try to interrupt and disturb. But see, they lose their blessing because they mishandle or mistreat people that are bringing enlightenment. So, but people like those, they're necessary. You know why? They keep you humble. They keep you balanced. Sometimes the spirit sends them to test you to see how you'll respond. to see if you will fry their ass up spiritually. And sometimes there's a time and place for that. Sometimes they do deserve to be fried. Sometimes they do deserve for you to curse them. Yes, so they will learn not to play with certain people. And sometimes you just laugh at them and you forgive them and you let your spirit guides handle that, because they know exactly what to do. They know the address, because the minute you came on my broadcast, my spirit guides was on your ass. So that's where I have to control my temper with dealing with people, because I'm allergic to stupid shit. So it irritates me, but I have to learn. Just laugh and just say, spirit guides, hands like a mob boss. You just kiss him on the cheek, kill him. You know what I'm saying? So you can use any of those things to burn. It doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you, and it's all symbolic. So, for example, let's say you want to offer fruits on your altar. You can get some fruits. You can get some incense that smells like strawberry. So it's so many ways to get to. It's all symbology. All these tools that you're using are mental cues. It helps you get in the mood. Not saying it's not powerful in and of itself, but it's all in the mind. That's where the power is stemming from, in the belief and the reality of what I'm doing. I'm offering, so for example, as I'm offering this honey, let my way be sweet. I sweeten you, my spirits. I sweeten you, my ancestors. As I'm giving honey, as honey heals, bring healing to my wounds. As I'm giving this rum, which is so fiery and potent, be my fire. Be my fiery wall of protection. Be my energy when I need you. As I'm giving you this incense as a smell good, let all goodness be attracted to me. Let me smell good in the spirit. Let me smell good to good spirits. As I'm rubbing myself down in this road opening oil, let my ways be opened. Let my ways and my roads be opened. Let my ways be opened. As I'm dancing before you to this music, dance for me. Dance for me in places where I can't even go yet, where I don't even have access to. As I'm dancing. Yes, Sonny, all of what I'm saying is prayer. Everything I'm saying is prayer, is a form of prayer. What oil? Any kind. Any kind. You can get them pre-made, which I be kind of side-eyeing those. You know why? Because they're so fragrant. Oh, yeah, Jamaican. I pray a spiritual thing me I talk about. All of them things when I just say, I form and pray. When you dance and the Holy Ghost, I pray. When you use incense, I pray. When you speak, I pray. When you bathe yourself and I wash and I speak good things, I pray. So, any oil. I be side eyeing those spiritual botanical oils because they too fragrant. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a base oil and they just add like a whole bunch of fragrance in it and saying it's this, but it ain't got no power in it because wasn't no real herbs used in the making of it. That's how I feel about it, honestly. However, again, Knob the Creator, how you doing? But if that's what you have access to, go get it and you will pray your power. You'll put your power into it and command it to be as it's labeled and it will work for you. You understand? We're stepping into the age, and this is not really a new gift, but we're stepping into the age, and we're in the age wherein if you say that this is that, it is that. It becomes that. And like I said, once you use that power more often, this is why I'm grateful for my experience in the church, because at least they kind of taught us that dominion thing, where we take dominion over stuff, where we stop letting stuff rule over us, where we understand we have dominion over the weather and dominion over all that type of stuff. I'm grateful for that because we need to use that in our African spirituality. Because I found that when we come into our African spirituality, or even if you're not African, but you're indigenous, your ancestral spirituality, because we do have peoples from Europe and all type of places watching us. When we come back to that, most of us have left the church and go back to that. In a way, we regress. Wherein before that, you did have power when you spoke and, it came into pass. You ain't have to kill no chicken or no goat. And I'm not shitting on those things. I'm not. You ain't have to do none of that, right? But then you came back to African spirituality, and now you killing chickens, you killing goats and spilling blood and all that type of stuff. And you may find that it don't work for you. You may find that it complicates things for you. You may find that it puts you back under a system that was good for the time that it was created. Am I making sense? So it is better for you if you start with the bloodless and use items and tools and command that, yo, y'all may be used to this and that, but I'm not down with that. I don't like spilling blood. We're going to use this, ancestors. Y'all may be used to chicken blood, but I don't get down like that. First of all, they say that shit is illegal where I'm at. Do y'all niggas want me to be in prison? We're going to use what we have, and you're going to accept it. Thank you for that, Dukes. You're going to take it. You're going to drink this orange soda. And it has my intentions and what I prayed and commanded. You're going to take it. You think they ain't going to take it? They're going to show, you might see them show up in a dream happy as hell. You know why? Because the biggest thing that they want is attention. Just think about it. You don't have a physical body no more, and you're in your realm with the other spirits. Y'all could talk to each other, obviously, because y'all in that realm. But, you know, they miss having a body. They miss their family. They miss human interaction. You can't hear them physically. But then here you are, you might have had a dream, or you're spiritual enough to understand the messages of spirit. And now you're seeking to either create an altar or to connect with them. Oh my God. I can't imagine how happy I would be. So they will take what you give them. Watch this, as long as it's done with respect and humility. Listen, spirits, all I have is these chicken bones right now. I had to eat it because I was hungry. I wish I could have gave you a chicken, but I'm really hungry. All I have is these chicken bones. I do have some Kool-Aid left, and it's real good. I'm going to put this on your altar. Come, take it, eat it, enjoy it. And then you start speaking to them. There is no ancestor that is going to come in a dream and be like, cussing you out. You mother, how dare you give me chicken bones? Who the fuck you think I... You understand? That's not going to happen. And if they do, you need to check their ass. I'm teaching you dominion here. You need to check their ass and say, listen, I hear you, but this is what I have, so you're to take it. If you want the big thing, you are to open doors for me so I can get you the big thing. That's how you deal with them when you have spirits that's like that. And if they don't want to abide, you respectfully ask them to leave. You're not needed. Go somewhere else. You understand? So that's how I go. Sonny, what you saying? I want to respond to your comment. You said, yeah, and this seems the reason why even some indigenous Africans end up going back to Christ. I want to understand what you're saying, Sonny. Could you give me some more meat on that? Helen, we're teaching right now, but if you want the reading to be done, donate $2 to my Cash App, please. When the elimination of idolatry. All right. So, Sonny, I'm trying to understand. No, I'm just trying to understand your point of view, Sonny. I'm not really clear on your comment as to if you are in support of this conversation or not. That's what I'm trying to ask you, Sonny. I'm not fighting you or anything. I'm just trying to be clear. So, is it doing that damn thing again? Can y'all see the yellow tag in my picture or no? In this video or no? Tina Fortune, how you doing? Because I have it posted. Sometimes it shows itself and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, yes, Sonny. Yeah, they do. They do. And like I said, I'm not against it, right? But what I learned is it sets you back. I can get frig up. This is what I'm saying. It sets you back because, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. My folks um, are from Jamaica on both sides. But I found out that on my mother's side, more than likely before they got to Jamaica, they were Nigerians and they were Igbos on my mother's side. Or Igbo. Some people say Igbo. And again, I found out who they were. Then I understand why my ancestors was kicking up rumpus with me and wanted things done a specific type of way. They're very dominant, very powerful, confident in what they have to offer. But the thing is, the system it is still powerful. Don't get me wrong. But for those of us that are younger in our bodies, that is, and we're living abroad, that stuff is not going to work for us for a number of reasons. First of all, there's so much fucking scammers in Africa. It's ridiculous. There's so much people that's claiming that they're connected to Chuku. That's the name of the Most High, Chuku. And they're not. That's connected to the deities, and they're not. They're taking your offering and either not doing nothing with it. You're not there, so you don't know. Or the spirits they're working with is not the authentic spirit. So you end up in a situation of bondage where they have some kind of item or article consecrated in your name in their shrine doing God knows what to it. So how can you ancestors expect me to be doing the offerings a traditional way when I got all this fuckery going on? I'm all the way in America, in Texas right now. I don't see what these people are doing with my stuff. How can you see what I'm saying? This is how you have to reason with some of them and let them know, listen, I can't do that. You're going to have to accept what I'm giving you here. So are the roots of our Obia are what? Is it akin to Haitian voodoo? It's the same thing, Sonny. It's the Jamaican version. Because Obia works with, I'm an Obia man too. I'm not like the classical Obia man, but it's in my blood too. Obia works with Loa too, right in Jamaica. They work with Orisha. So it's the same thing, just the Jamaican Caribbean version. Somebody, Zion said, where do you from Chuku is a god named in Igbo language? Or where did you find out? Research. Chuku, that's the name. Or Chineke. But most of Jamaica is Igbos anyway. Right, Sonny. It's a mixture of Jamaica. It's a mixture. We mix. So we had Igbos there. I'm not sure about Yoruba. I'm sure they were there at some point. We had, what you call it? A lot of tribes from Ghana. You're Igbo from Nigeria? You see what I'm saying? So most of Jamaica, though, are Igbos. They don't know it. But we got a mixture of tribes. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, the Maroon tribe is not a, like, race or in and of itself. It's a combination of Africans that got together, from my understanding and my research. I could be wrong. Because at this point, they say, oh man, I'm a Maroon. But the Maroons is like a combination of tribes that got together and whatnot. Somebody said, Sonny, you're giving some good stuff, Sonny. He said, so then is your stance is to only get involved if you can handle it? I agree. I would say that, Sonny. I would say, like I said, start with your higher self. All right. Zion knows. Connect with your chi first. CHI. All right. In the West, we call it the higher self, or that is the personal God in you, the portion of God that is you. Because you can't get to the Most High Creator directly. You can only go through either one of these deities, or better, it's the safest way, higher self. All right. So that I would say start there. Somebody say, because I know I cannot, LOL, my root chakra opened up and I wasn't even studying the practice. Yeah, it will happen. If you really are powerful or certain things are happening for you, or your spirits are awakening, yeah, they'll turn on your, what's the name? They'll turn on your chakras. and my body started doing muchas and other stuff on its own. You see what I'm saying? So it could be possible that you have Indian influence or Indian blood in you. Once you have a blood in you, all the memories there is connected. It's not about reversing the mess. It's just about coming back to yourself and possibly praying to your higher self and say, okay, listen, if there's something that I opened up within myself that was not ready to be opened, you see, right, there you go. That answers your question, Sonny. If there's something that I opened up that wasn't ready to be opened, higher self, close it down for now. Close it down or rule over it. In other words, you control it. Don't make it control me. You understand? Rule over it. Don't make it control me. Shut it down for now. Higher self, take time with me. Take time. Me no want to rush. Yes, me want to take my spiritual life serious. But me no want to rush and open up certain things right now and start dealing with certain spirits and energies we're not ready for right now. All right? English translation. Spirit, close it down because I don't want to start dealing with some stuff that I ain't supposed to be dealing with right now. Take your time with me. Let's start over. That's it. So your chi, as it's called in the Igbo language, yeah, you opened up some stuff, man, Sonny. You opened up some stuff. You might have activated an ancestor within you, that's using your body to express itself. That's using your body to express itself. And so, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So that might be an ancestor or a guide that is expressing itself through you. No, we don't play that. We don't deal with what's the word? Unwanted possessions. Let me say that because there's such a thing as holy possession, where it's for a holy purpose, it's for a rightful purpose, but there is a thing called unholy, or where they just come in and taking you as they please. No, that should not be. That's a problem. So yeah, that's the thing. You might be around family members that don't understand what's going on, so they can't help you. So the spirit is going to have to put you on the path of someone who can tell you what's going on. So that's probably what happened to you, is that might be an ancestor that's activated in you, that's doing things through you. So these symbols that you're drawing, Sonny, are they like sacred geometry, or you don't know what you drew? So I would say for anyone, start with your higher self first, right? So in Igbo cosmology, we call it the chi, right? So I'm going to write it in the comments, but in the West, we call it higher self, chi. And that is your God self, right? That is the personal portion that the Most High split itself and placed in you. So that is how you connect to the Most High, is through your higher self. Most of you don't know what I'm saying or don't understand it. You hear from your higher self, but you're not really connected to it. So that's what can cause confusion, feeling blocked. So you just did yoga one day. Yeah, so see, for you, like I said, especially since you have the Indian ancestry, that yoga opened up your chakras. Yoga can open up your chakras when you start to do some of the positions. It's not bad. I'm not here to demonize it at all. It's just, it will definitely activate certain energy centers in you. So your Kundalini probably awakened or is going to. And from what I heard, that can be very intense. It's a spiritual awakening, but it can be very intense if you're not ready for it. And everybody has a Kundalini. Everybody has chakras, whether you Black, African. It's not a Indian thing. It's just that the Indians have a revelation of it. From what I'm understanding, the most clearest revelation on those energy centers. It was intense and caused my life to ruin. So you probably had a Kundalini awakening. Yeah, that's probably what happened to you. That's what it sounds like. So you'll have to speak to your higher self. And you can call just say higher self. Your higher self will know. Your higher self will know. If you want to give your higher self a name, you can. And that is the name it will respond to when you're using it in prayers. Or you can use your own name. That's just the easiest way. So for me, if I'm praying to my higher self, I would say, Voyager, I come to you this morning. Thank you for waking me up. I speak over my day in your name, Voyager. Light my way. Let my path be clear. Let me find people on the same frequency. So you can use your name. That's fine. Yes, please write that down. Yes, Zion, help me out here. Chiyuku, the great spirit. Chineke Chuku Abiyama Okike. You know what I'm saying? Or Binwe, or Kaka. You feel me? So those are some of the Igbo names you can use for the creator. And so, as you can see what Zion wrote, let me pin that. The Chi is in you. So you can say, yes, Sonny, you should be able to. I would hope, like I said, that you don't have too much issues with that. But like I said, my best bet would be to go to your higher self and say, listen, I done opened up some stuff. I am not ready. Please shut this down for now. Shut this down. Let's take this slow. If not, you're going to have to pray for grace. Like, listen, y'all going to have to help me with this because this is driving me crazy. Another thing that can cause that type of experience is when you're supposed to be answering your spiritual call, but you keep running away from it. So your spirits or your powers will take over you and start pushing you because they're like, hello, we're supposed to be doing something. We're supposed to be doing work, but what's going on? They will cut shit on. And the purpose of that is not to torment you, but it's to push you towards finding out what the fuck is going on. The spiral, no, I just wanted to know what symbols you were drawing. But the spiral, that's 03. The spiral is the actual energy or the sigil or the symbol of energy because energy is in a spiral. I keep seeing 10-10 every night for 5 days. Any advice? 10-10. From what I heard, 10 is like the ending of something. Don't quote me though. So 10, anytime a number repeats, that's like, a message like saying, yo, yo, or it's intense. So I would look up 10-10 and see. Because 10 is after 9. Blessed child, how are you? 10 is after 9. And 9 is like the ending. So once it hits, it's really supposed to hit 0. All the other numbers are really false numbers. Because it's 0 to 9. That's how many numbers there are. So 10 is like after 9 is completed and it comes back to 0. But there is a 1 there. And 1 deals with leadership, oneness, singleness, and stuff like that. So I would research that 10-10 because it definitely is a message to you, to your spirit guides, that you need to be cracking open and finding out what's going on. Sonny says, I drew 3 spirals with a big bold dot in the middle again. Send me a picture of that, Sonny, after the broadcast. Or you could DM me, but send me a picture of that. He said, and it happens to the other consciousness, draws it whenever I pray to Christ and reground. I don't like it. Let me see. Is Sonny dealing with a possession right now? Is Sonny dealing with a possession? You are dealing with a possession. Don't get scared. Don't freak out. But yeah, you're dealing with a possession right now. Is this possession of the negative kind? Is this possession of the negative kind? Is this possession of the negative kind? Okay. All your doors are open, Sonny. And that makes me nervous. Yeah, because what the show is saying is like you are fully open. That makes me nervous. You need to close some doors ASAP. Um, we need to close some doors. Being that you have experience with Christianity and everything, pick up your Psalms. Pick up your Psalms. You got Psalms 51, that's for forgiveness and repentance. You got Psalms 91, that's protection. So pick up your Psalms. There are specific Psalms that you can pray, that you should be praying to be delivered from certain things. And use your own prayers. I'm seeing that you need to take a spiritual bath, but you can just use water, pure water. Do you have a river nearby you? A safe river, Sonny? Yeah, Dukes. 4 is a number of stability. It is the number of stability. I'm a life path 4. It's a number of stability, working, building, structure, that type of thing. So if you're seeing 4, they're saying you need to build something, or something is being built, or something you need to structure something or stabilize something. Well, if you listen, if this energy comes over you and you have no control, that is a possession. Yes. Like I said, some possession is holy, some is unholy. If it's something that just takes you out of nowhere, that's not good. Because it's like your will, you say you have control, but you don't like it. So it's still, it needs to be side-eyed. I'd say that. It's because you do have control, but it comes upon you. So you have to side-eye that and see what's going on with you. But do you have water near you? Do you have a river nearby you? Preferably with some salt in it. Do you have a saltwater river near you, Sonny? Lori Smith, how you doing? All right. I tried to go to church in 2014 and they tried to do the possession, but it just got worse. You need a consultation. You became a joke. You're not a joke, Sonny. You need a consultation to find out what's going on with you. To see if this is one of your spirits that is doing this to you because you have a call that you need to. I wanted to find one of them, Indian men. What you mean, Sonny? Oh, who do? It's possibly, Sonny. I recommend you do a reading to find out what's going on. Cargo B, what's good, man? Yeah, Spirit's telling me to get off right now, but I recommend you do a reading, Sonny, to find out what is going on. Like, is this a positive thing or a negative thing? Is this some kind of... Oh, I see what you're saying, Sonny. See if you can find one of them. You can research that on YouTube. I would research Kundalini Awakening. Yes. So, Sonny, I think that would be a good direction for you to go, so they can maybe possibly walk you through it. Because you're definitely... But I don't know why it's taking so long. But like I said, I'm not into Hinduism as much, so I can't really tell you like how it should take. I don't think no one could tell you that anyway. But 10 years is a long time. That's a long time. So I don't know. Yes. Do you have a river nearby you? One with salt. Is there a river by you, not too far from you? I don't. What's an alternative? Okay. You can beaches. Okay. Do you live by yourself or do you have your own room, Sonny? Is there any advice for Sonny? Do the oracle? Is there any advice? Okay, so as I was saying to one of the watchers on here, you can get a Get a bucket. Get a bucket or pan. And you're going to use it to wash yourself. In this bucket, you will put, water, obviously. You will put, if you have some honey, you will put some honey in there. You're going to add a little bit of blue. Don't overload it. Just put, maybe a cap. You're going to put blue in there. I know you know what that is. And you're going to get a fresh coconut. So either get it that day, or if you know how to crack it yourself, the brown one or the green one, whichever one you can get. But fresh, not the one in the can. And you're going to put that in the bath as well, okay? So I'm going to write it down in the comments before I go, because Spirit told me to get off, so I'm going to be obedient. You can even DM me too, but I will. Now, what this bath is going to do, and if there's anybody watching, you could also do this too. This is what Spirit is telling me right now. What this bath is going to do is it's going to cool down the energy a bit. Oh, blue is Sunny, I'm not sure, but I don't like the idea of a very strong energy coming upon you that's causing you discomfort. So I don't know if this is demonic or whatever, but based on what you're saying, it seems like you activated your Kundalini, probably prematurely. But that's what I do gather right now. Yeah, Dukes, blue is a chemical that you use to whiten your clothes. So if you go to like your local 99 cents store, whatever, you'll see the whitener. It should be in a blue bottle. Sometimes it comes in a soap form. And people usually use that for uncrossing. Blue soap. All right. But sometimes it comes in a cube. But the blue that I think Sunny would probably have access to is the one that comes in a bottle. Sunny asks, can you answer the cards if it's neurological? I'm going to talk to you on my inbox, Sunny, because the spirits want me to get off live right now. But I'm going to text the bath right now. So after you see it, then you could water, honey, or sugar. Okay. Or sugar. Typing it right now. And I'm going to pin it. Honey or sugar. What else? Oh, blue. All right, because you know what it means. Clothes whitening. All right, so for those that are is going to look at this recipe with the blue, please do not overload it. You only need like a cap or even a half a cap, just depending on how big the bucket is. Okay, so do not be ODing and messing up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Cut coconut. All right, so I'm going to. Yes, Dukes, cake soap. That's the blue soap. So that's a form of it right there. Blue. Dukes. Yes, cake soap. That's a form of it. All right, so you see the cooling bath right there. This is what I just received for Sunny, but you can use it too. You want honey, water, honey, or sugar if you have access to sugar, the brown kind, preferably. Or you could even use agave if that's all you have. That's totally fine. Blue. So as you can see, clothes whitening. So you can see what it is. If it's, let's say Dukes has the soap only, right? That's fine. She can bathe with the soap and then she'll pour this mixture over herself. You understand? So we don't want to overcomplicate it. And then freshly cut coconut water, not the coconut in the can. So for some of us in the West, there's not, unless you're in Florida, there's not too many people who cut fresh coconuts here. You got to go to the supermarket for that. And you take it and you punch a hole in the eyes. punch a hole in the eyes and pour it out. Or if you know how to crack it without spilling it all over the place, crack it, pour it in your bucket. So you're going to mix all these items, okay? You can do this preferably at night, when you're not going back out for the night. Preferably in the evening when you're not going back out for the night. All right? You can do this in the morning too, but it's up to you when you want to do this. And this bath should bring a cooling energy. So as you're doing this, Sonny, you will be, first of all, when you have the bucket and everything's made in the bucket, you'll pray and you'll put your intentions into the bucket. It can seem like it, Sonny. It can seem like it because it's a very intense energy. From what I've seen, they be hooking up and everything, so it can seem like it. So when you got your bucket and everything together, if you want to put a Psalms in there, perfectly fine. If you want to read the Psalms over it, perfectly fine. If you want to light a candle, that's even better. Like I said, that's fire element. And you would place the candle, either 1 or 2 candles, at the edge of each tub. So let's say this is your tub, right? We're looking at the tub from above. This is your tub. You will place a candle right here, right, at one edge, and a candle right here. Y'all got that? If you have 1 candle, that's fine. But if you got 2 candles in a glass jar, get the glass jar. You place 1 candle right here. You place 1 candle right here. All right? That's if you're taking a bath. If you're taking a shower, then you don't really need the candle. Am I understood? So this is if you're bathing in it, in the tub. But if you're taking a shower, you can still put the candles. That's fine. But as you're holding your bucket, you will pray. This is a cooling bath. I've mixed it with my intentions. I'm taking this bath to cool down all and any high frequency energies. If there are any entities attached to me right now, negative entities, negative spirits, dope, any type of thing that's causing me discomfort, this bath is bringing you down and out of my body. As I take this bath and I wash myself, I'm renewed, I'm cooled, and I'm relaxed. Trouble me no more. So you'll put that in your own words. So this bath or this rinse is your last thing that you do. So after you've soaped up and use your favorite shower gel, and you wash that off, this bath is the last thing you put on your body. You just pour it over your body. You could pour it on your head if you want, or wash your face. And you just take your rag and you sop yourself all over, squeeze it all over yourself, wash it down. All right? And if there's some of the bath left over, take it and throw it outside. All right, simple. You can do this for 3 nights. You can do this for 3 nights, or if the spirit leads you, do it for 7. Okay? 3 nights or 7 nights. It's up to you. All right, so try it out. Sonny, I will see you in my inbox and see what I can gather for you and see if I can help you in any kind of way. But I recommend you do a consultation with me or anyone else to find out who you are, who you've reincarnated as, and this and that, and find out what's going on, because there may be a connection to this spirit that is dealing with you right now. Maybe some ancestral spirit coming back, trying to work through you and whatnot. And you might need to tell it to fuck off. So it just depends. But I recommend you do a consultation with me. Look at my my page and see the pinned picture and take it from there. You probably can do either the $25 one or the $50 one. The 50, I recommend that because I can just go all the way in with that one and see what's going on. All right, so thank you for everyone that's watching. I got to go. My spirit guides told me to get off. Thank you for those that have donated. I release massive blessings upon you today and for the rest of the week, for the rest of the season, and for the rest of the year. Thank you for those that have joined. Follow me, please. Yes, I'm on YouTube under the same name, Master Voyager. You'll see me there. All right, until next time, I will see you again. Peace and blessings, everyone. Love you to life. Talk to you later.